rooms, they say, sweep cleaner and better. The new Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, is demonstrating this. The minister said the Nigerian Immigration Service has cleared about 60,000 backlog of passport applications in 4 days. Tunji-Ojo explained that the number of released passports is out of the more than 200,000 pending applications. He directed Immigration Service to ensure clearance of all pending passport applications within 2 weeks. Asuko, it's my right to have access to passports,
yes,
to passports and get it as a one deal. But over time, the jackpot syndrome and the multiplying effect has the requests for
has increased.
International passports
yes, has increased.
Skyrocketed.
Yes.
And you discovered that during the administration of Muhammadu Buhari, under Rauf Aregbesola, you have a passport office in Elisha, you have a passport office in some states,
so many
strategic states.
So many states now.
Now that you don't have to concentrate in
Lagos,
Elephant House, in Alausa here, and Alagbo Close.
Yes, and Ikoyi.
Ikoyi. So you don't have to.
I think they also made, he established another one somewhere in Yanapaja. In Alimosho.
So it has been decentralized.
But even at that, it's not enough.
But the demand now.
It's not
demand is
enough. You need to go
it's difficult.
Go to the embassies. That is when you know that people really need passport. Or people who, if you go to a best place,
that's UK.
Or you
office.
Go to Lekki Phase 1.
Yes, Lekki Phase 1.
Or you go to what is it called? There's another one somewhere around I just said Adiogun or wherever.
No, the main American embassy. Now, what's the name of that close? I forgot.
Walter Carrington.
Lekki Crescent. Oh, damn.
You know. So that's when you now see the number of Nigerians who want to leave. But I'm excited that the minister is matching his words with action. Remember, I know some days back when I was seated here, you were not around then, we were discussing this same matter. And I mentioned one of our colleagues who I actually captured 4 months ago. Before coming here, I actually called her. She said she collected her passport today. So meaning she is part of the 60,000 passports that have been, done. This is what you are saying. I can't capture something that I know is my right. I need it in 4 days, 2 days, and then somebody will say,
so don't forget,
come back.
We import these booklets.
Yes, even if we import, we should know the number of people we are capturing. If you are going to capture 1 million people, tell the people that are going to make this booklet, send us 1 million booklets. You understand? People are paying for it. It's not free of charge, Ayo. If you are telling me that to get a booklet is 25K, it means the person who is also making this booklet is going to collect my 25K. You are not telling. You understand what I mean? Because I know they do fast track and all that, but I'm not even interested in fast tracking. But I'm talking about if somebody is producing something for you, and even if you want to make money, you know the person who is producing should give you in excess, not to reduce it. So those who are capturing should be able to get in 2 weeks. And I thank this minister because he's now saying that if you are after this backlog, which is 200,000, now it has reduced. The amount has reduced to 140,000 in backlog. By the time he clears this, people should be able to confidently go to this passport office and then capture, and then they tell them in 4 days' time or in 2 days' time, come for your passport. And they will go there and get their passport. The passport is not everybody that collects passport that will travel out. That is one thing people should know. Because some people use it for their banking transaction.
A lot of other things.
Yes, and so many other things, just for identification. So if I need my passport, give it to me. Don't delay me. But our colleague even forgot that she even did the capturing until the minister started shouting. So we thank the minister for this. We have to commend him. He has done it. He was even here live, and he spoke about, the matching is what with action. And this is what we need. We need all the ministers who now have appointments. Let them begin to, whatever they are saying, let us be seeing the dividend, because that is the only way we have confidence in the government.
Mr. Dewi, now, when you were to look at it, some Nigerians out of the country that they want to go to if you're in America, you're required to go to either DC, New York. If you're anywhere in Europe, go to our embassy to go and renew. I've had them complaining over and over again.
That is the
very difficult.
Yeah.
Very.
First of all, there has been some radical changes, in immigration in the past years. Beginning from under when Aregbesola was there, and I think this is a continuation of when you are talking about decentralization. You have just mentioned so many new offices that have been opened. I think, you see, the international passport should be a right of every Nigerian. I know I have a friend who has, a Nigerian who has American passport. When he's now living in Nigeria, when the passport was due, they call him from the embassy. Your new passport is ready. Come and pick it. What time are you coming?
That is American passport.
American passport. Why should getting a Nigerian passport be like you want to enter heaven? Because a lot of people, you have a conference next week abroad, you want your passport to renew your passport. Sometimes you miss out. You can't go.
Yeah, exactly.
Workshops, seminars. People abroad who want to renew their passports, it's like, a needle, a thread passing through, elephant passing through, the needle's eye. Why should this be? And if you go to passport offices, it's like a huge market. Old people, children, some will even not go to school for 1 week.
Exactly.
Just reporting to get international passport. Why is the government making things difficult for us? So I think what the minister has done is quite impressive. Now, he said within 4 working days, they were able to produce 60,000. to clear 60,000. We hope in the next 3 weeks, we are going to come back here to say that the remaining 140,000, the minister has also cleared it. And this should be extended to other issues of bilateral relationship, immigration and all that. Why should people travel all the way from Port Harcourt to Abuja to get, or from Calabar to Abuja to get American visa? Why can't we decentralize? In the 60s, in the 50s, there used to be envoys, in Ibadan, Enugu, Kaduna, and then, in those 3 places. So you don't need to travel the way. So they can relate to those embassies to also decentralize the issuance of visas. People come all the way from Calabar, you go to Abuja, 2 days just to get visa. Then you stay there because of the risk, even on the road. So I'm happy that he said what he has done is part of renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. And he's also collaborating with other ministers that they want to network. He's talking about human trafficking, talking about, dealing with these problems and all that. So I hope this will not just be restricted to issuance of passport, that other areas that are connected with immigration and interior ministry, that this radical intervention will also be extended to those areas.
Asuko, in terms of racketeering, it's something that's so rampant, and immigration officers should not be at the vanguard, or we should not go through any middleman to get my passport. If I want to get my passport now, I should be able to go to the Elephant House. I don't need any middleman. I don't need to know anybody, but just take my turn, and I'll be captured. And in less than 1 week, I should be able to get my passport. That's the idea.
The minister can stop that. I know that even in this Malausa, the numbers of people that I used to see in that compound has reduced. So meaning that they are trying to reduce the number of all these touts around that area. So if, for instance, just like you say, if I can just pay and online, if we do everything online, now there's no need for you to go and do touting and all that. People will not go and patronize touts. If you do everything online, give me a date. And once I get there, everything is online. Then once I get to the gate, I show them the slip or the paper that for my appointment. I go there, capture and leave. I don't need anybody to come and tell me, oh, don't worry, I can fast track for you. No, So the minister can look at all these things and reduce the number of people around there. The only set of people there, because I keep wondering, why should we be doing everything in paper? That is why you keep having people who will be doing business center around the area. That is where they will tell you, I have somebody inside there that can do passports for you, sharp. You understand? So if they can reduce this paper, the whole thing in paper form, and everything is online, it will reduce. And I think the minister can also look at this, because the last time he came, We were trying to ask him this question, but we could not. Some people who change names, change of name, a change of marital status.
Yes, yes.
They can't do it.
Do I have to go to Abuja? Why?
Go to
Yes.
Abuja.
Yeah.
You understand? You have to go to Abuja. So this is something that the minister can look at. I can't say I want to go. It's not that when you go to Abuja, you do it immediately.
Yeah.
You have to get to hotel. You will eat. You will enter the transport to and fro. Any state that you are, you will go to Abuja to go and do it. Why? You know, so the minister can look at all these things because these are the bottlenecks that even the so-called touts are making money from. So the minister looks into this apart from every other interior ministry duties, you know, for him to...
Well, that's kind of backwards. If I want to effect name change, that I have to leave Lagos to go to Abuja. Why?
Yeah, sometimes there is error, you know, in your passport, you know, human error. You want to do that correction, you can be on it for 1 year. The government should know that having more Nigerians to have passport is good for the government because you are keeping records of your citizens.
Data.
It helps you to monitor, you know, illicit funds. It helps you to monitor fingerprints.
Yes, they capture.
You know, in some
they
Western
do your,
countries,
your
your passport has a tiny chip. Nobody can see it with your visible eye. When you take your passport and somebody is kidnapped, through that chip, they can locate where you are. That's how important you know, international passports are. So it's important for they will also make more money if you have about 150 million Nigerians with international passport. So it shouldn't be a difficult thing. It should be made accessible to every Nigerian. Yeah.
So it will shop revenue. And the official rates should be published so that I won't have to say for 66 pages. I know what I'm going to get for the 10-year thing. I know how much I'm going to pay officially.
Exactly, because you know some people say if you want 32 pages, you pay maybe 27,000 officially. If you want 64, you pay maybe 32,000 or about 54,000 or thereabout. But it's not like that. Sometimes you even pay that 64.
Yeah.
By the time the booklet will be coming, it's 32 that you collect, and they'll say, there's no booklet. You that you have been waiting for how many months? You don't have any choice. You just have to collect that 32. Meanwhile, you are paid for 64 pages. You know, so all this
change.
Yeah, of course. So you know, Nigerians who don't like plenty problem. You know, so we just say, well, since that is what they can give me, let me take it and then leave. Because after spending like maybe 6 months, 4 months, you know, after you captured, so the minister can look at this. If they need to increase the fees for people for Nigerians to have efficiency, for there to be efficiency in that department or that agency, let them do it. If I need to get my passport and you say it's 50,000, people go there and they know that once I capture today, in the next 4 days I get it. I tell you, Nigerians will pay for it, and they won't go through it out.
I also think the Nigerian government needs to revive the Nigerian Security and Printing and Minting Corporation. That was the company that used to print security documents like this locally. The office used to be on Ahmadu Bello Way. I think maybe now in Abuja.
I don't know the ones that printed the Naira notes that had problems.
That, you know, so we need to be able to print, documents like this, international passport locally. We need to go back and revive that, company in order to be able to do things like this. It's not every time we should take everything abroad. It's even cost money. You have to look for foreign exchange. So I hope the minister will address this issue in collaboration with the necessary ministries.